Looks like
Welcome
we finally
back,
got
everybody.
it set back up. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another epic matchup hosted by the CGL here. I'll be your host, Sarge Mikhail, and going right into the action, D9 versus Chaotic. D9 in blue here and Chaotic in red tonight. I'll be joined by a couple others who are just going to be coming in and out, Evermore and Aqua Epic. But now that we finally got everything set up after all of those hiccups, as we're seeing here, Chaotic in red absolutely crushing it on the attacking so far, having just under 6 minutes here. We're going to see a Div Bomb come out, but not really able to find any targets. Now the Reinhardt going down for the defense, or for the offense, sorry, so the offense might be restricted just a little bit here. Good stopping them, especially because they have so much time. Got to get that time in and out of the way as much as possible. But looking at these ults already, you know, no doubt the attack is looking absolutely fantastic with 3 whole ults at the moment. But alrighty, we're finally good and ready to go. So quickly, I'm just going to list off of who's participating for which team. Once again, so for the defense, we're going to be starting off with Reformed Truth on that Junkrat Hammer, on that Reinhardt Knight Rider, onto that Diva Bigger Mac, on that Hanzo the Prophet, on that Mercy in general, on that Ana. That is for the defense there. As far as for the attacking side that we're seeing, it's stuck in the hold here. We're going to have Kure onto that Brig, Oni on that Reinhardt Rouse, on that Hanzo, trunted onto that Zarya Twin on that Lucio, and Skate on this Moira. So finally, we are ready to go and start this officially and relax, because that's the whole point, because we're all meant to be relaxing and having a good time. So speaking about a good time, looks like this Reinhardt is not having one, as he's going to get in a little bit of a sticky situation. Able to get out just in time, though. Fight's still going underway up top, as we're seeing them get pushed back just a tad here. So try to go in, but they lost the important members, and of course were forced back. Rouse able to get a good headshot on a Reformed Truth, so if they're able to group up, they can start pushing in immediately. And it looks like they're gonna do just that, forcing their way onto the Mercy and the Diva. Reinhardt gonna charge, trying to continue to get some kills here. Hammer able to respond, getting Curry there, but it looks like, oh, just as I said that, Bigger Mac, holy guacamole, Reformed Truth and Bigger Mac combined ultimate combos, getting a total of 4, stopping that push before it could do any damage. I can word good. Oh man. Alrighty, so the attack, I mean, as they did lose a good amount of time, but they're still looking pretty good for their ults wise, because in this upcoming fight I'd expect to see Rouse and Z-Trunted, sorry, use that beautiful dragon grav combo. Sure, these guys are still trying to find their way, find their positioning to really start grouping up here, and I do like the fact that Hammer, Hammer's prepared because he knows that they're all going to be going up time. Oh, but looks like they're going to be changing pace here, going straight down the middle. Reinhardt might be looking for a shatter opportunity. He doesn't have it just yet, but definitely will be soon. Oh, almost able to get that the Lucio there, but look at that General getting an anti-grenade onto Skate, so that was a beautiful, beautiful ability usage. But alrighty, the fight's going underway, going back and forth between ults. Can't really tell who's winning, but I feel like in the end, the victor will go down to, spawn advantage here. But it looks like both Hanzo's going to be using their ult here. Able to get Reformed Truth, and the opposing Hanzo getting a tough situation. Ooh, does get taken down by the opposing Hanzo, though. So, pick still going back and forth, but as the kill feed begins to turn blue, the defense is now beginning to hold strong as it once was. Kure now swapping onto the Sombra. I like that pick. Gonna do some good action in the background. Hopefully cause some trouble for that Ana. Maybe even Bigger Mac as well. But Hammer living up to his name and having his Earth Shatter here. But then again, the opposing Reinhardt has his as well. So I'm expecting to see some people laying on the floor very soon. Looks like Hammer might be going for a first. Actually, it's going to be Oni, but he will be blocked. Not before he's able to get a charge onto the Junkrat there. It might be inching the way onto point here. Maybe just waiting a little bit, make sure they're all able to get healed up. And speaking of which, Moira's going to be using her ult to make sure that does happen already. These guys still kind of poking and prodding at one another. No real big engagement. It's just as there it is. Reinhardt's going to be trying to get in there, but does get slept. And now Anti going to be in a tough situation, especially with the shield almost down. But Hammer's the one that goes down. So now the defense without their main shield, maybe in a rough situation, going to try to Hanzo ult and nano the Junkrat there. So good amount of damage, and overall still doing some good work. Ana did go down there, so without their heals, I don't know. I mean, it's still hard to say because picks are continuing to go back and forth, especially with Rouse popping off on the Hanzo. Oh, there it is. Able to get 3 before he went down by the opposing Hanzo. Alright, it looks like they might be pushing in on the many picks that Rouse was able to get him. That's just what they're going to do as Oni does get slammed on the floor. But there's the EMP, which is going to be huge and a perfect opportunity to use their grab there. But we're going to see a Junkrat tire. But there it is. Round 1 completed. Oh, Truth gets a 4-man.
Tad too late there.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was just a little bit late.
Wonderful weather we're having.
Oh, don't start small talk, please. No.
Gotta love small talk, man. You try to fight it, that's when it gets awkward.
Yeah, it's always awkward. I don't know. Hey, how are you? Good. Oh, that's cool. How are you? Good. Yeah. And then they just stop talking for like 10 minutes.
Nice
That's
shoes.
small talk in a
Hey,
nutshell.
Evermore, though, I'll tell you what isn't awkward. The comp that we're seeing from D9 right here. Because we're seeing it that, you know, it's almost 2-2-2, which I'd almost considered it to be because they had the Brigida, they had the Moira, and they had the Lucio. But Brigida, I feel like they're going to be using as a DPS here.
Define Brigida and DPS in a sentence.
Swing, swing, bash, bash, lose, lose.
There you go. Well,
There you
I would
go.
change that a little bit. Swing, swing, bash, bash, win, win.
Well, the enemy team
change it a little
lose.
bit as well.
Oh,
Yeah, I would also change. I would also change it a little bit. It's swing, swing, bash, bash, win,
Well.
win. No brainer, no brainer. There you go.
Oh, great. Okay.
I'll tell you, Matt, whatever works to
Next
get the
up.
W almost provides big brain. But out of the way, I do like what we're seeing from the defense because we're seeing both teams having very, very similar comps, except for 2 characters being different. But one of the big characters that we're going to see different is Curé on the Junkrat. Definitely a good pick to really hold them at the choke here. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to be trying to do. But Brigida actually able to get into the Junkrat's face, but does get charged. But the Reinhardt, as he charges Brigida, did get taken down himself. So now the offense looking good here, getting a majority of the picks, and General popping off on Lucio. So already now 4 down off the Doofus, a perfect opportunity to start taking this point and making sure that they have plenty of time. Yeah, so I mean, basically what we saw in the beginning, well, actually we didn't see it sadly, but both teams so far taking the first point immediately. Let's see if they could hold it as long as the opposing team did. Not really any ults yet on the field. I'd imagine in this fight here we're going to see a huge amount of ult percentage, but it looks like the Junkrat coming out on tap, just showering these guys with damage as they're going to be attempting to go up top on the right hand side here. They're not really going to be able to get in there just yet. They may need a D.Va to really, get up in there. They're still trying, just kind of poking and prodding at each other. Looks like they're finally starting to get in one another's face. Both Reinhardts slapping each other. Looks like the Reinhardt is going to pin the other one onto point there, but I think he's going to go down at this point. Now 4 members down, a part of the offense. So it looks like that will no doubt be a reset and a good amount of ults coming in for the defense. I think just about everyone almost having theirs. A good stagger on that D.Va as well. Or no, that was a stagger for the defense rather. So it looks like these guys right here are kind of out in the open, but aren't going to be able to get picked. But alrighty, looks like these guys might still be trying to go on the upper right-hand side. That's still going to be really, really rough because of the Junkrat and the Hanzo, just because it's spam damage, right? And the bombs bouncing every which way. It's almost you can't not hit. Looks like this Reinhardt is going to keep trying, maybe looking for a shatter in a second here. Oh, does get blocked though, and the tire's going to come out, but this Reinhardt still trying to go in, does get taken down as well. So already, and a beautiful tire coming in from Curé as well. So still 5 ults for the defense. They're absolutely looking 5 fantastic. They're definitely on the right path at the moment to stall out the rest of the 5 minutes. We're going to see Reformed Truth swap onto the Soldier here. I'm curious if at this point, if they're going to stray away from trying to fight the Junkrat. As you know, it's got to be really, really rough just because it's close quarters and they might be trying to go for a more ranged approach. Looks like the Hanzo's going to be trying to pip him, and I'm sure the Hanzo is getting ready for that grab that may or may not come out very soon. Looks like the Reinhardt's going to be butting heads once again, and there's the gravitation, and there are those dragons, able to get a good amount there. Overall, do fantastic damage for the rest of their team to really clean up. Alrighty, so I'm curious. We just saw them lose the fight because of well-timed ults. D9, that is. So, should they maybe swap up a couple heroes just to try to... Yeah, because this Junkrat and Hanzo combo, their damage is amazing at this point. And it looks like they're going to be trying to go right side again. Like, guys, it's going to be really hard unless you have, like, a diva or at least good damage absorption.
Yeah, I definitely think that's not the greatest idea. I mean, that's the definition of insanity right there, doing something over and over, hoping to get a different result, and it's just not working out for D9.
Yeah, but just as we say that, Reinhardt's going to be putting in a good amount of pressure to be able to get both of their supports. Reinhardt trying to go after the, trying to get a pick of his own, but it's not going to be really able to do much. The defense not looking too good, having a good amount of ults, but not going to be able to do enough here, as we're just going to see a grab and a shatter holding them at the door, and there it is.
I think that's all they needed. They needed me to jinx them. And then boom, I got it.
Exactly, man. The anti-cheerleader.
I called them out, and then they did it. What? Going into overtime.
Hey, quick question. Is my audio going through?
On stream, I would not know.
I would not know either. I don't watch.
Oh, it is beautiful.
I'm sorry. I think you're very
watch
boring.
my stream. Wow.
Yeah, sorry, I only watch streams
Wow.
of streamers.
You
Yeah, I
hurt my
only
soul.
watch.
I only
big
watch
voice
streams of people with
dude.
good voices.
Yeah,
Oh my
I only
god,
watch
that hurt
Salsa.
my soul. Salted. Those voices actually pretty neat. Anyways, so I was able to hear myself on my own stream, and I want to look at these comps here. D9, you know, run the traditional 2-2-2 with the Hanzo and the Junkrat, so I like the damage. But look at this offense here. Because we're seeing triple tank dive with the Doomfist and, you know, the traditional healers for dive. Curious of how this is going to really work against this Junkrat here, because with this high damage. Curious to see who they're really going to focus first. Without that break, it's definitely going to restrict them as far as healer protection wise. Alrighty, of course, we're going to see this Doomfist going around and everybody else with him, just trying to get on that flank, trying to change things up. And interesting positioning coming from the defense is going to be holding on the right side a little bit here. Junkrat able to get the diva in and out of his mech. Reinhardt trying to butt heads, does get taken down though. So Pick's going somewhat back and forth, but I think this offense is going to be coming out on top as the kill feed is lighting up red. Nobody on the point to really contest it at the moment, but Dragons coming out already. Able to get the diva, and the Winston does go down as well, but at this point it's not going to be enough as only the Ana remains. And just in time too, as they were a couple seconds left. Now having only one or two more pushes. I don't know. This is going to be rough for the offense, I feel like, because they're not going to have too much damage. I mean, the Doomfist can come and clutch, but I don't know. Especially as it's going to be rough, as Bigger Mac now swapping onto the Fair. An absolutely fantastic pick. Alrighty, these guys are making their way in immediately. Hog will go for the hook there, but it's not going to be able to finish anyone just yet. Twin does go down, and a Shatter coming out is already now in overtime. I think the defense is going to take this one at this point. Tyre does come out, able to find Kure. Now for Reformed Truth is able to get taken down as well, but spawn advantage. I think this is it for this round. Diva Bomb going to come out looking for a couple targets, not going to be able to find any. But this offense is still holding as both of these tanks are still fighting, still trying to do anything. While Hammer is nanoed, and now the barrage comes out. Bigger Mac to finish off everybody else, and there it is. Round 3 completed. Alrighty, so I believe that was 3 minutes for the offense here. Yeah, 3 minutes, 34 seconds. So all they really have to do is get a point and a third, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't tie this, which is very interesting, because usually a lot of people tend to tie this or win.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Or just lose, because now they actually are only able to lose if you think about it.
Huh,
Those are
really?
the
I
only
didn't
three
think
possibilities. You could either
only
draw,
options were to
win,
tie
I
or lose.
know, right?
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
very unlikely for
usually,
anything else to happen.
usually when it goes to overtime, you can only either draw or win.
Or lose.
You know what I mean. Don't bust my chaps about it. But I think what was something to know, something that I, in my opinion, think that is wrong is the way that OC was playing as Ryan. I think he's way too aggressive without his teammates being able to handle him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
You know, I could for sure see that, but I am liking the defense at the moment because they have the man, they have the Hanzo. They're going to try to wall the Brigida off, but they are able to do plenty of damage, especially with that freeze. Reiner's going to be butting heads here, not able to finish anyone off just yet. But still, without that Brigida, they're going to be in a rough situation. They're going to have to back up already, but they do have a good amount of time to waste, so no worries as of now. And I really like this May pick. I think I said that, but just the walling off is just so powerful on this map, just because of how much of a narrow choke it really is, and especially Rouse already having dragons. You're gonna send that out, able to get OC Hammer the exact target he was looking for. Bigger Mac going down, so once again the offense is gonna have to back up. Losing alts wise, they do have the Moira and Lucio, but compared to the Reinhardt Shatter coming up, the Diva Bomb, I don't know. Curious to see how they use it, especially already wasting a minute. Well, shouldn't say wasting, but now down a minute on the clock. Because they got to get this first tick to really, to make sure that they don't get a loss. Gonna swap to the fair here. I like that pick as well. Hanzo, of course, going to be expecting that. Going to be trying to go for it and is able to finish it there. Offense going to be trying to peek in, losing Lucio ult to start it off. Able to get the Reinhardt. That is a huge pick. Zenyatta trying to keep his team alive. Of course, meant to save that Reinhardt, but in the end, he did fall. Ivan going to be coming out looking for a couple targets along with Dragons here. OC Hammer does go down to this offense. Looking kind of decent. We're going to see the May ult. That's going to stop these guys where they stand, just under 2 minutes. No real big picks just coming out yet. It's still kind of going back and forth. Truth able to get Twin there. So offense still looking good, like I said, but no big engagements already. There we go. Can light up blue finally. Offense going to be able to get this in just a second. Here's only the May stalls. Alright, and going to end off with, I believe, a minute 15. Then going to get that extra 30 seconds. Alrighty. Curry going to swap on a Sombra. I like that pick as well, and that might be exactly what they need to counter this Pharah here. Just to say that he's going to be swapping on the Reaper.
Yeah, again, I'm predicting, just like Evermore predicted, I'm predicting that either D9's gonna win, lose, or tie on this last point here.
Oh, bite me.
Yeah, any one of those three can happen, and then some.
No, they can't. They can't tie anymore. That's what I meant to say.
But already looking at this fight, they're going to try going upper right here, which is exactly what the Reaper wants. Is going to be able to peek in and do a lot of damage onto that Reinhardt shield. Looks like both Reinhardts actually in a sticky situation. Fair's still going to be raining on the damage, trying to find any targets that they possibly can. Reform Truth as well. C-turn does get mech'd, and Oni goes down. Lucio all coming in to keep their team alive. Offense looking good, able to get the Reinhardt and Diva out of mech. They have exactly what they need to win this match. To see if they can. OC Hammer does go down though. They get Curry. Picture going back and forth. Rez coming off. Oh, but Knight Rider. A beautiful Diva Bomb, but Diva Bomb came in, but not before D9 wins.
Looks like Evermore was right.
Aw, thanks, man. I love being correct.
Don't we all?
I've gotta stop doing that. I'm like milking that joke.
They can't tie. That's all I knew. I saw that they had 40%. I was like, well, they can't tie anymore, sadly. I haven't really seen a tie in this in CGL.
True, true.
You honor me.
But they have happened, which is pretty interesting because I've never seen it. I guess I'm not in the CGL loop.
Alrighty. So now going into the second round here, gonna be going on to Ilios. What are you guys' thoughts on Ilios?
I hate it.
Well, it's got a well. It's got lots of
tower?
places to fall off the map. Yep, tower. There you go. I believe it's called a lighthouse.
Yeah, also
actually.
a lighthouse, dude. Oh, dude, I
Mhm.
love that. Yeah, it
Oh,
also has like, yeah, it also has a lot of white and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me of like the Marines. Yeah, it's a very
Cool.
nice bright blue, white, blue. Have I said blue?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't think so. But it's a
Oh, I
very
don't think you
blue map. Yeah.
Ooh, interesting. Never seen a building that was white and blue.
I don't know
He
what you
wants to
guys are
make out.
talking about at this point.
Dude swaps like a good boy.
Who's Mac? Oh, Bigger Mac. Quality name, by the way.
I said that.
Well, I'm agreeing with the quality of it.
Well, if you understand it, Bigger Mac, Big Mac, you get to play on. I'm guessing that is the play
Yes.
on. I hope it
We're
is.
all American here.
It
We
is a
understand
play on
fat
words,
people
but
jokes.
the thing is, a Bigger Mac actually exists, and they do it like once a year. And it's not called a Bigger Mac; it's called a Monster Mac. But still,
Those are good.
What's a Monster Mac?
A
I've
quality
not
thing,
had
man.
one. I really wanted one, but I've never got one.
Dude, if I could ever go to an event where you have to eat something and you get it for free, or you have to pay if you fail to eat it in this amount of time, I'd probably win.
I wouldn't, because I have respect
Like-
for my body.
I don't. I mean, I have a high metabolism, that's the thing, and my stomach is a literal black hole. I am like
Same.
Kirby. I'm a literal ball, actually. I'm just a pink ball with a mouth and eyes, no nose.
That's
Oh,
How does
questionable.
Kirby smell?
very
How does Kirby
questionable.
I'd
smell?
imagine like cotton
I'd say a
candy.
doctor if I were you.
Wait, so you're like
I could imagine
the
that.
weasel version, but like are you like the fat weasel version of Voldemort?
No. I'm just Kirby. You know Kirby, right?
Of course I know Kirby. Dude, who doesn't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
Kirby,
but, like,
man? Nintendo's awesome.
But like,
Hey, I'll
I'm
tell you
not
what's
pink.
also awesome.
I am
CGL.
I'm purple. Oh yeah, how
CGL.
about you tell me a little bit about that?
These super
What makes
obvious
it so
segues.
awesome? I didn't even think that he was gonna go into that. I was just like,
I
what?
know.
Dude, my
Yeah,
cutaways are
CGL.
awesome.
Best thing
Oh,
you could even
we're waiting.
ask for. We're waiting for what?
1 second. Man, fun fact, I cannot pause the game just yet.
What are we waiting for?
Oh, I'm getting trolled. I'm getting trolled.
Oh my god.
You looked at Axion's post and thought that was them, right?
That says Blaze. Come on, bro. Sorry, she doesn't know how to read. He's dyslexic. Wait, wait. 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 I actually gotta think about what dyslexic means. Give me a moment.
It means letters mix
Hold
up.
He's dyslexic and you're autistic.
Whoa. Okay,
I mean, he's not wrong.
so a little bit of a mix
See,
up,
no, I'm not
but
bagging on
everything's
anybody,
good.
just,
We
you
get
know,
started. Nothing's wrong.
He actually is autistic, and it's very sad.
Oh, I believe it.
In my own little ways. Yeah. I fell down my bed.
We cannot assure if we get
Fine.
Lighthouse
As a
again.
kid.
It's completely random.
No, We're not gonna get it. Boom, set it, and
Wait,
it's
I
not
never
Lighthouse.
confused.
Look at that.
I always got confused. Is that a? Oh no,
This
that's
is not
a windmill.
Lighthouse.
It's a windmill.
That's a
It says
windmill.
waiting for players.
Yeah, can you start it? Yeah, thank you.
It should have just started.
Arigato.
Listen, everything's
You
fine.
should have.
Sarge is throwing.
No, Sarge,
It's
come on,
fine.
man. You're supposed to be working. Also, wait. Why is there a... Yo, dude, Assassin's Creed, Olympus? Wait, what is it called? If there's a
Odyssey?
Roman statue. Odyssey, there's a Roman statue in the background. I never noticed this. Yo, Assassin's Creed Odyssey made it...
You
into
noticed that?
Overwatch. No,
What are you
I
saying?
don't look at maps.
Hey, instead of talking about that
Odyssey-
game, let's talk about these team comps. You know, especially as we're
All right,
seeing
I got
a,
you. No, I got you. No, I got
all right,
you.
let's
Sarge.
hear it,
I
everyone.
got
Your
you.
quality
All right.
casting.
All
Let's
right.
hear
All
it.
right. All right. Actually, I can't see the first two people on Chaotic because my thing's on.
Milkoi and Revenant
I am not
Oni.
prepared. All right,
Milkoi
they
just got
are
subbed
on
in, and
Doofus.
Revenant Oni was on Reinhardt last time.
It's a Greek statue, not Roman. Figured. Thank you, Mellow Jesus. Well, for laughing so much, we could even say what the teams had.
Hey, so anyways, let's go and focus on the fact that 2-2-2 coming in from D9. I like that. Curious to see how it's going against, well, traditional 2-2-2 for this map, I should say. Anyways, and I'm curious about what we're seeing in from D9, or Chaotic, sorry. Chaotic now in blue. Rouse coming in and going out of the Sombra. And combined with the Doomfist, that's skill-based characters, but it looks like it's most definitely going to be paying off as they're able to get the hog almost immediately going around and onto that flanking round. But able to respond with getting General as well. So it looks like D9 at this point might be in a little bit of a sticky situation as they're going down immediately. Chaotic going to be able to get that early lead with a couple points. The Pharah pick, I'd imagine, could come in big here, but it is getting pretty stopped decently well by Rouse there. I heard your gulp.
Yeah, that was the loudest gulp I've ever heard. That's how you know you have a big Adam's apple.
What? No, I was doing it on purpose to piss you guys off.
You monster. Let's try to keep this professional. Especially like the fact that the fight's going underway once again.
You gotta
here.
make it
Orisa
funny
taking a
and
good amount of the
professional at
damage.
the
Gonna
same
get
time,
hacked
you
here
know?
though. Might get taken down in just a second. And there it is. The pick's going the way of D9, or sorry, Chaotic. Once again, absolutely looking fantastic with this dive-like comp. And Milk absolutely popping off. Look at this man. He's unstoppable.
He is the man that we want and don't really need.
I don't know. I
need him.
definitely doing some work here.
I
No
need
doubt at
him
all.
in that
And realizing of how powerful this Doomfist really is at the moment. Reformed Truth will be swapping out of the Reaper. I like that pick. Let's see if it could pay off, especially going against these three alts compared to the only one that D9 has. It already looks like they're going to be trying to go underway, but will get hacked and stopped by the Sombra there. Rouse does get taken down, so Pick's going back and forth at this moment as soon as he comes in and goes on that Junkrat. I'm loving the pick, especially because it's paying off. You're getting a good amount of kills here. I believe 3 total and continuing to go after these guys. Hammond going to get 1 health, trying to fight back, but his speed may not be enough, especially him trying to use that ult there. But of course, you're going to be avoiding that Reformed Truth, getting taken down, and Milk continuing to pop off. Look at this man, combined with Z turned as well there. They just turned around that fight. And, I mean, their speed helping, no doubt at all, as well. Alrighty, now in the last couple seconds, going to turn into overtime. Nobody able to contest. Beautiful round by Kit.
You ever wonder how far this well goes down?
I don't know, probably to China or something.
Wait, China.
Wait, is it-
They're in Greece. They wouldn't fit
Yeah.
Probably to China or something.
Greece to China? What?
They just do a turn. Then the well actually does a turn.
Go to like Australia.
Exactly, man. Gravity.
Maybe it
Turns
goes to
cause
America.
gravity.
Yeah, you're correct.
Because that makes sense. Alrighty, so gonna see a couple swaps on here. Reform Truth now coming in on that Brigade. Gonna be filling that TPS swap. No swaps coming in from Chaotic though. They're confident with what they're running. Let's see if it can really continue to work on this map. And Hammer going on the Reinhardt as well. I like that. Let's see if they can combine it well with that Brigade, as of course going to be wasting no time trying to get the fight in immediately and able to get Skate. That'll be a huge pick for them. With them already having lesser heals immediately. Man, this is their time to be aggressive. This is their time to really put some focus onto this point, and especially, oh, beautiful pin on the Twin, and now 3 down. Looks like they're going to get the early lead. Finally for D9, forcing these guys back and getting the picks exactly what they need. A beautiful target prioritization, no doubt at all. The Mercy did take a dive, so I'm curious. Maybe she wasn't able to hook on a Pharah, or she could be swapping.
I don't know. Maybe she wanted to go into the water. She needed to swim, you know?
Could be.
Might
Could
swim in the
be. You
Greek
never know.
waters.
Yeah, if she wanted to feel something new.
Feel something new.
We should call you then.
Questionable statement. But either way, we're going to see Sombra get him behind this Hammer here, able to hack him, not able to finish them, of course, but does force him back a good amount so that they could try to do some damage. But in the end, is the DPS going to be falling for Chaotic? So the holding is still strong for D9 at this point, as they're still finding the picks that they need here. Not many ults on the field, none really being used just yet. I believe Hamster may have used his. Oh no, he's holding on to his at the moment though. Lucio trying to get in for a couple picks here, but not able to do very much, as this Brigida is just a monster. Especially her having a rally. Now 5 ults coming in from D9 here. They're looking pretty good. Let's see how they get oh, jeez. Susie's is going to get Skate
back
once again. Man, Skate twice now has been picked off at the beginning of the fight, really restricting their team from pushing in again. I feel like he's going to have to get closer to his team, or it could be the fact that Chaotic currently does not have a shield tank. So without that additional production, they might be paying the price for that. And they still haven't really swapped yet. They're really sticking with this. I mean, it did work very well in the first round, but I feel like it may not be working too well at this moment. But just as I say, they're going to see a couple ults come out here, getting the Brigida off the map there. And a beautiful Diva Bomb onto OC Hammer. But it looks like, oh, the Hog tried to use his ult, but to no avail. He does get taken down as well. Skate showing me I'm dumb and do not know what I'm talking about. Him getting a couple picks himself. And overall, a beautiful retake, but they did finish off at 90 percentile and still do have 4 ults, almost 5. So, winning
I
only...
found a glitch where you can get the camera under the map.
Interesting. But either way,
That's very
having
interesting.
the majority of ults here, D9 still looking pretty good, as they only need to win just about like 1 or 2 more team fights to take this round. Of course, they're definitely going to be trying that, as both teams are going to be trying to use ults. Oh, but Milk gets the Reinhardt before he's able to shatter. That shatter, no doubt, would have been huge, and Milk popping off once again, doing some good work. And now picks going the way of blue team. This is exactly what they need to stay in this match here. Profit going down once again. I guess that was D9 realizing, you know what? We got the advantage. We could take our time. We could do what we need to do.
Mercy really likes that dive, dude.
Yeah.
I'd give her a 10.
Alrighty. But Milk almost getting taken down here. He's going to get to low health, but of course his healers are directly on top of that because they need to keep him alive at this point. Looks like Pharah might be going in for an ult here. Going to go on. Not peeking, prodding at one another. Oh, but there's that ult. Able to get the Sombra and the Moira now looking pretty good with the majority of picks here. Lucio is going to be coming in using his ult. Make sure that the last people alive are still hanging on at this point. Milk gets taken down as well. We're going to see the Hammond try to use his ult. Not going to be able to really do too much Diva, or too much damage. Diva using her ult there as well, but no pick just for her yet. Now Skate trying to come in here, trying to use his ult, now taking the time or a percentage advantage at this point, but they definitely do not have the people, especially because Hog is definitely going to be pushing these guys back and doing even more damage onto these guys. And I said guys like 5 times, but that's okay, because you know what? D9 has taken the point back. 90 percentile, only a few more seconds, and then this round will be over, and this will be continuing here. Hammond and Lucio now trying to get on the point here, trying to continue this as much as they can, as we now are in overtime. Both teams at 99 percentile. but it's Twin who gets taken down. That will be a rough pick, having one of the healers down immediately. And of course, realizing that he's going to have to get out of there, we're going to see the ult come out there from the Orisa Supercharger, just flush these guys with damage. That's exactly what's going to happen as a couple more of them go down even more. And there's the barrage to finally clean these guys up. And this is a match, folks.
I am so far under the map, it's not even funny.
What are you saying?
What are you doing?
I'm just going around. Map, I was just going as
Oh,
far
hey,
as I
we're near
can.
the Roman statue. Hey.
Yeah. Can you see the other parts from here? I can't even see the other parts.
Yeah, you can. At the bottom, but yeah, at the bottom. If you go all the way to the left at the bottom, you'll see them.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I actually thought I was gonna be wrong. Thank goodness I was right.
Speaking about what might be wrong, it looks like Chaotic going to be sticking with a similar comp. Rouse changing off the Stormbreaker, going on to the Soldier now. Interesting pick. Might be exactly what they need, especially to counter this Pharah here. But an interesting positioning coming in from D9 as they're going to be holding on to the left side here. Hanging out, making sure that they're able to, ooh, a beautiful bip coming in from Milko, getting two of them there. His uppercut proving how strong it is and continuing to get picks, able to get reformed as well. This man is proving how unstoppable he really is. Maybe having some trouble in the last round there, but this round, not at all, especially forcing these guys back and gonna barely not able to stagger that Mercy there. Already having his ult as well. But already, no doubt, having the ult. Oops, sorry. But already, no doubt, having the ult advantage immediately. Milk is going to be trying to go in once again. Can use that meteor strike to make sure he stays up and alive. Oh, these guys are pushing this Hammond. Doomfist trying to get him back line. Tried to get him, but that speed boost allowed them to escape quick enough and finally getting Milk. Now having the man advantage, no doubt, going to be pushing in immediately, especially able to get Twin here as well. Good picks coming from these guys, especially Soul Knight. Just so much damage coming in from that Hog. Going to see the rally as well to ensure that these guys are able to win this fight and finish up these last remaining Stallers here, as they are going to end off at around 50%. Hammond's still alive though. He's still kind of hanging out, still trying to get that extra percentage as much as he can. But there it is. Looks like he's going to end off at around 68 there. 67, I was close. But now a couple more ults on the field. Rouse having his, Hamster having, or Wrecking Ball, sorry, having his as well, and Skate for his. So nothing really combined there, but I would like to point out D9's current ult situation. They're going to have the Mercy soon, but what they do have is Supercharger and Barrage. If you combine those, that is a deadly amount of damage. And speaking about deadly, we're seeing Knight Rider once again picking off that Doomfist, but there's that Barrage, but does get taken down by the Lucio. This might be a good opportunity for Chaotic to really start pushing in once again here. But there it is. Lucio going to be using his ult to make sure, you know what, we're ready for you guys. We have the health and we're ready to fight. And there's that Supercharger I was talking about. Going to come out, and picks continuing to go back and forth as it's so many ults. I mean, there's Hammonds. We saw Roadhogs. I think Roadhogs was able to do enough damage to take out Milk once again. But even though these picks are continuing to go back and forth, just a few survivors. Looks like it's just going to be Susis? Let's call them Susis. Susies, that's right. But yeah, it was just Susie's and Brigitte that were alive. And Susie's actually got the 1 health before Brigitte was able to save her. Now, 60 percentile coming in from D9, looking pretty good at this point. Not too many ults on the field, but just as I said, we're going to see Twin use his, make sure his team is able to get in there. Susie's going to get taken down in just a second here, actually just barely holding on to life. And it's Milk who gets taken down once again. This man is having trouble staying in the fight here. Oni getting in a tough situation as well. Just they don't have a lot of protection, and that's going to be costing them, especially with this Barrage coming out, able to get a good amount of these guys. I believe that was 3 total, and just barely hanging on to life once again. This Mercy's doing a great job overall keeping her alive. now 90%. We're going to see Milk use his ult, trying to look for a couple targets here. And he finds the Mercy. A huge pick, just because that's so much damage in and out of, or so much healing in and out of the way. And we're going to see Soldier use his ult as well. Going to try to find a couple targets, doing great damage. Not going to be able to really finish too many people. Oh, but just as I say it, there's 3 of them going down. Brigitte still in this fight behind them. Does get taken down by Moira. And there it is, a beautiful retake, especially as it did inch its way into overtime there. Now not a single ult on the field. Basically, these guys are starting a little bit fresh, as they are in 80% though. This will be the final round, of course. So, not too many pushes left in this map here. Soldier trying to do some good damage onto that fair there, but not going to be able to finish off, as you know, a spread can be a little rough to try to shoot from long range. But it's Brigitte who goes down first. Milk showing he had a little bit rough time this round, but still showing his power overall. Moira going to be using her ult here, trying to keep her team alive. And there's Lucio doing the exact same on the opposing team. But there's that Diva Bomb, looking for a couple targets as well. Able to find the Orisa. The picks again going back and forth, but Prophet does go down as well by Milk. Another huge pick. The Mercy just taken down will no doubt be rough. And there it is. The rest of them beginning to fall here, especially with Milk using his ult once again, trying to find these targets. Tracer going to be coming in, trying to stall as much as they can, especially as they are in overtime once again. 99, just barely not able to fall, but there it is. Chaotic taking the second round. What a match, boys.
You ever wonder how he puts on his shirt?
Dude, he's got like the physique of a rock, dude. Or the rock. I have no idea.
The Rock.
Also, he
and
got play of the
Rock.
game. Susie got a 5K. This is play of the game. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm
Who
kind of
knows,
surprised by
man?
that
Who
too.
knows?
Someone in the chat says PogChamp. I'm more disappointed they said PogChamp.
Blaze is asking if you want to join him.
Jump on what?
To cast with him, man. You're already casting a match.
I don't talk.
That too.
Reformed out for Mac and Susie for Ryder. Wait, what? Oh, Ryder for Snipes.
Ryder
That actually
for...
does not make sense to me.
No, Snipes
And
can't play.
I
He's a
Ryder.
coach.
Wait. Best match ever. Def Warrant being in the breakdown. Yeah, I think the audio should be in the breakdown as well. Reformed out for Mac and Ryder out for Snipes. The I actually confuses me a lot. Is he saying him for Ryder? Who's Ryder?
Ryder is
Wait, no.
Soul Knight Ryder. Okay, so...
Oh, I just saw him.
Oh,
Little Snipes?
there's
Yeah,
Little Snipes. I didn't even realize that. Let's see,
Big
so it
Snipes
was-
being coach and Little Snipes being a Palier.
What was
Oh,
the
yeah.
swap though?
Ah.
Okay, it was Reformed out from Mac.
Yeah.
And 1-1, I
And
believe,
then,
too, right?
Susie for...
Yep.
Wait, no. The I really confused me, sorry. You should just speak in Korean. That should be all of his messages.
No, please, no Korean.
He just sends everybody's name in Korean, and he's like, that's my lineup. That's like the only thing he says in American.
Listen, I am your classic, ignorant white male. I do not understand your language. Not knowing something drives me nuts.
Just learn it.
I don't want to learn Korean. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
There's only
learn
one
it,
language
Soldier.
I need to know how to speak, and that's American.
But if you learn more if you learn more
That's
languages, you're very more prone to get a job.
I'll learn sign
Not
language.
Korean though. They don't care about that.
What's the point of sign language?
I can
You're gonna
speak to
talk
deaf
dead
people. Not dead people, deaf people. What?
Dead people.
I see deaf people.
I see the disabled. Whoa, wait. I Hold on, let me just backtrack on that. I apologize to those who are deaf
for
and
2
or
weeks.
dead in chat.
I wouldn't.
How are they
think
gonna be able to hear
Oh my god, yeah, I do
It's called
apologize.
English,
I
not American.
Screw
No,
that,
Mellow
screw
Jesus. There's actually a different type of thing called American,
Hold on,
and then
let's
English.
change the subject.
All right. So, no. I actually want him to respond to this.
No, change the subject. Let's get back to the actual cast. Guys distracted me for a
Alright.
second. Let's get that out of our heads. Alrighty. Let's talk
Fine,
about these
fine,
teams though.
Fine.
So now 1-1.
Alright.
D9 taking the first round on Hanamura, Chaotic coming in and going on Ilios with the interesting team comp that was dive without a main shield. Without any shield at all really. So
Change the subject. You know what you did.
I know what I did. I forgot it was a 3.
I can see the disabled.
No, don't worry about it. Just forget it. All right. D9 Chaotic, though. That's what's important. Focus on that. We're seeing a couple
what about
swaps here, but overall, keeping the... I think these teams are just going to be keeping a similar flow, though, here.
If I see Milk stay in, and I see him play Doomfist again, I'm going to ask him, how did you put on your tuxedo? Because I feel like he didn't take off his fist. Alright, well, he just switched him out.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude,
Alrighty. We're ready
not
to go.
playing, I guess. Is he actually out?
Is who? No, Milk is going to be out. Looks like he was going to be swapped out for a second, but of course
Evermore,
he
you got a
was
weird
put
kink
back
with
in there.
Doomfist.
Stop with the kink
What?
stuff. Let's focus on the actual
I just
casting.
said the word kink. I never said anything.
Kink is a little iffy though, man. Let's keep it family friendly.
Alright, fine. Okay, so who's on blue? Why is Chaos... Oh, wait, it was Ilios, that's why. Alright, so...
Yeah.
I'll wait for Chaotic to pick before I say anything.
Chaotic sticking in blue. Looks like D9 though, completely ready immediately. Looks like we're gonna be having a Bastion comp. I like that, especially compared paired up with the Hanzo there. A lot of damage, especially with those double shield. Beautiful protection.
And it seems that Chaotic is currently having a very hard time deciding what they want to play. Kure already having had decided that he wants to play that Sombra. Revenant Ani on that Reinhardt, and Ruse on that Soldier, along with Z Trunted finally picking his hero on Diva, and Twin on the Zenyatta, and Skate Action on that Moira.
Wait, Evermore, aren't you the weeb out of us? And you just said Arnie.
It is Ani. What do you mean?
It is?
It's
Yes,
Oni.
it's
I see it
Oni.
as Oni because, I mean, it's Oni 17. That makes me think like Oni 1117, like Halo.
Yes, but it's Ani.
All right, I'm gonna call it Oni. You
Interesting.
can call it Oni. But
All right.
either way,
All right.
look at these two teams though, man. That's what I want to focus on here. We got
Americans.
Kure coming in on the Sombra. I like that pick. That could be exactly what they
We
need to
already did
stop
that.
these shields and this Bastion as well. Good counter for the Hanzo as well. All right, let's see how it kind of plays out. So he turned on the Diva. That'll be good for them too, you know, because it's going to be blocking that damage before it even comes in from that Bastion. But of course, we're going to see that Bastion post up on this point here, shredding the shield on top of the gas station and forcing them back before they could really even do anything. This double shield comp is actually preventing any damage from reaching this Bastion, but he gets hacked by the Sombra in the back. This guy's going to be not able to escape, but the fact that he's able to disrupt the Bastion could be exactly what they need. And Rouse taking advantage of the fact that OC Hammer is going to be in a tough situation, but the picks are going back and forth here. I think the fact that the kill feed is turning blue, but just it's going back and forth once again. I cannot tell who's winning. I think it's the Bastion just because of how much power he really is, and looks like he's going to be trying to shred at the Steven. That's exactly what he does now, already having his ult, going to be using that immediately, looking for a couple targets here. No D.Va to block his damage or shield. Going to be going for that D.Va. Now looking for the pick on the Ana, able to get her down a little bit, but not enough to do any real damage. Bigger Mac on this Hanzo here doing some work as well, getting a beautiful headshot on the skate there. Alrighty, now it's only Ryan and a couple others coming into the fight. We see Rouse coming on the Bastion v Bastion, but it looks like he's gonna stray away from the fight just yet. Maybe not ready, maybe not having his healers, that extra support to really, you know, keep him standing. But it looks like he's gonna get tagged just a little bit by the Pozo. Able to get the Hanzo though. His Reinhardt is down, but it looks like he's gonna be trying to shred in the damage here. Only a couple stalling. Looks like they're gonna be poking their heads into that, as Zenyatta does keep those heals as well with his ult there. But these Bastions at that point are doing back and forth with the picks here. And in the end, it's Susie's back. Gonna be taking it just so much damage. I mean, what's there to say? It's Bastion, you set up, and you just mow the enemy team down.
If only
mowing the
he had a
lawn.
head, not just a back.
Nice and painless. Right?
Nice and painless, except for all the bullets flying at your face. But overall, great job by Susie's, as no doubt being the, I guess, the core of this comp that we're seeing, especially with that double shield. We are seeing a Hanzo ult on standby. Bakure having his ult in just a second here could play big as well, because that EMP disrupting all or both of those shields and the Bastion going to be big. Now he has a pick. Now these guys opting to really start pushing in. Let's see if Curry actually decides to use his ult. And there it is. Does get taken down, but I believe he was able to get the EMP off, and he was. Going to see that D.Va bomb looking for a couple targets. That does find two. Both of the shield tanks, that is exactly what they needed. Now, perfect opportunity to start shredding that Bastion, get him in and out of the way. At this point, they're not going to want to let him set up once again. Otherwise, that could be bad news bears, and a beautiful timed EMP and really started the fight. Oh, stream's lagging a little bit. That's okay though. It looks like Rouse taking the position of the opposing Bastion right onto the payload. Going to do some good damage onto these shields, but not before Curry does go down. Going to see that Hanzo ult come out looking for a couple targets. Not really able to find any. Prophet able to get in there and res that D.Va, or Orisa, sorry. Alrighty, picks going back and forth once again, but the fact that Susie's is still up at this point, he's going to be the one shredding everybody. Zenyatta coming in, making sure that his team is ready for that, but Oni right here smacking his hammer, and he got 3-piece there. Look at this man. Let's see if we can find him. There he is. This guy's unstoppable. Stop talking about the Bastion. Reinhardt right now is the main damage.
Ani has been doing a lot. The Bastion seems to, every time he's setting up, he focuses him for a moment, but he doesn't do against much. And then Ruse, oh, I didn't notice this. He's also on Bastion. Wow. It's going to be a riveting fight.
Actually, yeah, throughout a lot of the match, we've seen a lot of Bastion going up, but it looks like Susie's having his ult, going to be finding a couple targets here. Z-Turn did go out with his ult, but there it is, Rouse getting a 2-piece, now 3 down. The offense will have to be stopped immediately. These guys are still pushing in, make sure that they're able to finish these targets and stagger them even more.
I think being stopped here in this part of the map is by far the worst way.
Yeah, it's going to be really rough to find that footing once again. But it looks like Suzzy's realizing he's not going to be able to get back on the point. Going to have to swap on the Junkrat, which is a great pick to counter this immobile Bastion. Rouse there. Kurai's still in the Stormbreath, so I imagine he's still going to be hanging out in the back, kind of causing trouble for these double shields. But it looks like these Reinhardt's, of course, are going to be going head-to-head. Oh, maybe a misplaced nano there. Try to go in for the Reinhardt, but I couldn't even tell who went on there. Looks like Zenyatta's going to be using his ult here. Kuray getting a couple picks of his own. Once again, these picks are going back and forth just because of how balanced both of these teams are. So alrighty, now Reinhardt getting a tough situation, trying to do a good amount of damage, but it's Ana and the Junkrat who come out on top Looks like this defense might be pushed back. Actually, it's only Junkrat and Ana to really stall. They do have the Junkrat tire, but I don't think it's going to be enough, especially because these guys are decently spread out. So the attack is going to have to regroup and try again, only having a couple more pushes as well as we are in a final 30 seconds. Oh, they got the Moira and the Diva. That's going to be rough. If this Junkrat can get a great tire, that will be exactly what D9 will be looking for to continue this push going. And there's that tire going to be looking for a couple targets, and he sees the Bastion. He sees that Reinhardt, and it's going to go straight for him. Only able to get the Reinhardt, though. If this Bastion's able to do enough damage, he's going to be able to turn this around, but does get... Actually, not taken down yet. Both Reinhardts are the ones that take him down. And there it is. A lot of ults being popped here. We're going to see the EMP and the Moira ult. But in the end, it's the damage coming in from this Hanzo that's going to really decide the victor of this fight. He turned the final one as we are in overtime. Going to send out his Diva Bomb, but I don't think that was the best choice there. Especially, I mean, he was able to get bigger Mac, but at this point, he's going to be behind the enemy lines. Of course, we'll jump off the edge. So a little bit of a rough stagger, but I guess pick for pick.
Suicide's always the option.
Okay.
Dude.
Hear that, Sarge viewers?
Dude, come on, man. You're killing me at this point.
I should have worded that differently.
Might as well just take his channel and just throw it down the drain.
What do you mean? It's not like I said anything bad.
Oh my god, dude. Alright, just get past it, okay? Just get past it. Just don't be stupid anymore, please. Anyways, let's look at this Hanzo ult going to be sending off, going straight for that spawn, kind of keeping them at bay, kind of really holding them exactly where they were, which is exactly what they need to kind of force them and channel them. But we're going to see that Reinhardt ult coming in from Oni and the Zenyatta ult as well, overall keeping his team alive and keeping them focused on the targets that they need. Going to see a Diva Bomb as well, but I think it's the defense that's going to be holding strong, especially as the kill feed is no doubt turning blue. Rouse swapping onto the hamster as well.
Actually,
Or
for me,
wrecking
it's
ball.
green.
What's up?
For me, it's actually green, so get your facts straight, Sarge. My kill feed is green.
Well, your colors are weird. Anyways, gonna see a nano boosted Diva not able to get on the point in time. A beautiful body block coming in from Moni. That'll be at round 1. So, not able to get it to the end. Definitely not gonna be a third round. Let's see what these guys can do.
I really would like to not see Bastion because it just feels so slow.
cheap and slow.
No, not cheap. Not cheap. I mean, it's respectable. I think it's more so slow. You usually like to see a lot of action, you know? And Bastion's
Several
just sit
people
on
are
the payload
typing
and-
evermore. What did you do?
I don't know. I only see 2 people typing. I don't know what you mean. Chaotic,
good.
you can do this.
They're focusing on what's important.
BCD
Yeah.
95 says.
Chaotic-
Beep boop, the Bastion will boop you to death. Mellow
Chaotic,
Jesus
though,
says.
I will say, is looking pretty darn good. You know, because they don't have to get it too far. Well, they had to get it to the end, but they don't have to worry about any additional rounds. So as long as they stay on the point, keep going at a steady flow, they can win this.
I
Yep.
feel like
D9 though.
their name very much fits.
As Evermore once said, they're either gonna have to tie or not tie. They're either gonna have to win or lose at this point.
Yeah, they
Or
can't
maybe
tie,
tie.
in this one, sadly. No, they can't
Or
tie.
maybe tie.
Come on, man. They cannot tie.
They
Actually,
can tie if they
I
disconnect.
did see a tie in King's Row, and nobody touched the pin. Oh, it works.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that. You could tie on this map as well. You just have to not touch the payload. King's Row being
Yeah.
a hybrid map.
Oh. I mean, this one isn't, though.
Yeah. This one's probably the hardest one to,
Not touch the payload.
yeah. I think I've done
Yeah,
it before.
because it's literally right out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
it's an
either
assault
way,
round, not a hybrid.
I'd like to look at these comps real quick. We're seeing an interesting comp. We're seeing Curry back on the Stormbright and Rouse coming out on that Doomfist. We know that Doomfist and Stormbright combo works, as we saw coming out on Ilios, but Milk not coming in on the Doomfist. The Doomfist will try to be getting in the back here. Not really able to find any targets, find any boops. Picks going, or a good amount of damage going back and forth, kind of poking and prodding. No real big engagements just yet, but we're seeing a couple flankers here. Curry trying to get in behind them. Reinhardt as well, smacking around, able to get the Hanzo. Beautiful pick. Rouse did get low there for a second. Reinhardt's low as well. Looks like they will be staying up and alive. D-turn, and Correa getting taken down. Looks like the offense might be stopped immediately here. Yeah, because they're able to res that Hanzo. So, there it is. The offense will be falling, but not before Skate was able to pick off that Diva Mech. If they're able to regroup and push in once again, that could be huge. Oh, they were able to get the Diva. So yeah, like I said, I mean, the pick on Skate might be a little bit rough, but if they could get in and force their way onto them in time, they could be able to finally, get that little bit of an advantage. But already, Oni almost having his ult, but Rouse does have his, so that Doomfist ult can really channel these guys off the building as long as he uses it correctly, or at least uses it in an efficient way. It looks like he will get taken down, though. That will be a rough pick for them, no doubt at all. Even now coming back in, now losing the man advantage, able to get Hanzo as a response, though. Little Snipes here having his ult at this point, might be using it very soon, but it's Skate who chooses to use his, and there's that. Tyre going to be looking for a couple targets here, not really able to find any that he really wants. Does do enough to get that Diva Mech in and out of the way, but not able to finish off that Rhyme, which I believe was the intended target. And there's that Diva Bomb and a Shatter. Not going to find any targets, though, because that Orisa, a beautifully well-placed shield, will prevent that from doing anything. And Rouse able to get that pick on the Zenyatta, says he's going down as well. But picks continuing to go back and forth here. Just under 2 minutes. The offense here, I believe they're going to have to back up once again. Yeah, as they're losing people. Alright, guys. Chaotic, they were looking good, but they're not looking too good right now. What do they have to change? What do they have to rearrange to change this map, or to turn this map around?
Goats, the answer is always
bigger
goats.
Mac. They just break bigger Mac. And Susie. Because
Speaking of bigger Mac, look at this man. He just got a headshot and took down the Zenyatta. They're going to have to regroup once again.
made it seem like I said something bad.
Right there? No, you're fine. I think.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
I mean, you said something bad earlier. Well, we don't have to worry about it. I know.
I didn't
What we
say
do have to
anything.
worry
I don't know
about
what I'm speaking.
is Chaotic
Wait,
still
Evermore,
looking
what
a
did
little
you
rough
say? You
here.
said something bigger, Mac?
Dude.
Yeah, because Bigger Mac is such a big problem, and I think if they go goats, it's not going to work because Junkrat and
I thought you said
Hanzo
something
are
else.
the
That's
counter to
fair.
goats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize that. Yep, you're right.
See? The mind of a bronze.
Exactly, the mind of a bronze surpasses all other mind.
Yeah.
Out of the way,
Play the game
speaking
like
about
another
bronze,
way.
this is not what we're seeing here as these two teams are clashing once again, but I think it's Chaotic finally finding their footing and finding the targets that they need to turn this match around. Getting a couple picks here, but it's Suzy's who responds with a tire, getting a couple there, but that's their EMP coming out. Not able to finish out this Zenyatta though. Diva Bomb as well. Able to get the Mercy, so good pick on them. But picks again are going back and forth. It's so hard to tell who's winning, but there it is. The kill feed lighting up red. It's only, I think, the Diva remains to stall. And in overtime, I think that's it. That's it.
Yep.
The Zenyatta was the only 9 win. 2-1.
Play of the game.
Bigger Mac.
There
Of
it is.
course he gets the play of the game. This man did absolute God's work in this match. Showing off how powerful he
I don't know
really is on
about
the
God's
Hanzo.
word.
I mean, look at this man right here. This man
Yeah,
was
but he missed a
popping off.
shot. It's 2 shots.
He
That is not
he
God's
still
work.
did God's work. He still played well, and that's the point. So D9, 2-1 against Chaotic. Beautiful match.
The divine 9 creatures of Overwatch.
Hmm.
That is what I call them. So it doesn't make sense. Creatures and when
Alrighty, so that'll be it, folks. That was the Chaotic versus D9 match. Final week 2. I don't have the scores up currently, but make sure to look at those, as I'm sure this game will impact that completely. But alrighty, 2-1. D9 coming out on top, winning the first and final match. Chaotic, with their interesting comp of this dive that really worked for them in Ilios, didn't work for them too well on Route 66. But real quick before we end off, I've been your host Sarge VKL, joined by Evermore and Aqua Epic, and I would like to apologize if you were offended throughout that, as we did say some unnecessary things. So
What do you mean?
I do apologize for that. Other than that, though, thanks so much for watching. It was a beautiful match, and I'll see you guys next time.
I would like to say one quick thing though. Just
He
remember to
just
eat your
ended
drugs
it.
and don't do vegetables, kids.
What?
Eat
That
your
makes
drugs and
no
don't do vegetables,
sense.
kids.
I mean, eat your vegetables and don't do drugs.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I would just